Don't deck the halls just yet, folks. It was just announced that at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, the famous, fabled gingerbread house, the life-size gingerbread house that was not there last year due to construction, will once again not be present this holiday season. Is it gone for good? Let's talk about it today on That Park Place. Vash, this is insane. And this, just about 15 minutes ago, Scott Gustin had tweeted this out, saying the Grand Floridian Gingerbread House will not return this holiday season. Disney's culinary teams will create new miniature holiday displays for the resort. More details, including details about gingerbread displays at other resorts, will be shared later this year. This is horrendous.
That's crazy. This is absolutely... Go ahead, please.
We were told last year that this was not happening specifically because of the construction going on in the lobby. Well, that construction is over now. That construction is over. And this holiday tradition that was part of a lot of families that I know, that it was part of their holiday tradition to go to the Grand Floridian and see the life-size gingerbread house. And now it's never, I'm telling you right now, it's never coming back.
No. Once you break it, that's it. It's over. I mean, and look at how many things that have never come back. Like, for example, the band that used to play up there in the bandstands.
Yep. Oh, the orchestra.
Over there at the Grand in the Grand Floridian. Also to the Birdcage, right? They got rid of that for a bar right there. This is just... Marvin, I think you got to play a little bit of a Christmas Vacation clip that we have.
I think we do too. Wow, this is getting a lot of use today.
You didn't. Well, of all the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck.
That's what exactly this is about right here. Just saving costs. All this is.
It's vile. And you know what? I bet you it doesn't fit as well as it used to since they added that new bar in. Vash, let's take a look at what they sacrificed this for. The Grand Floridian lobby refurbishment, okay? We got, new stuff there, new chandeliers, things like that, new furniture. But the biggie is the arrival of this bar that sits now in the lobby, the Grand Floridian lobby bar, The Perch, which opened back in November. The Perch, because we had to get The Perch because we needed another bar. When, mind you, there's already a bar on the second floor of the Grand Floridian Resort lobby.
The Enchanted Rose. It's like there's already a bar. No, we had to do a second bar, and now we had to lose even more because of it right there. So we went from something that was, hey, you know what, we're going to go ahead and offer this gingerbread house that we're going to go ahead and fabricate and build and so forth. It's going to take a little finances to do that. Now we have a revenue streaming opportunity in the bar itself. So we traded one thing that cost the money for a thing that made the money. And for the company's sake and spreadsheet wise, Marvin, they're in great shape right now.
Yep. You know what? Here, I found a video of the completed Perch, I believe. Let's have a look at this right now. Can you see that, Vash?
I sure do.
Kill that volume. So, yep, there it is. There it is in there. And so right over here is where the gingerbread house typically would be. I bet you they're like, well, there won't be enough room for people to be at the bar.
Okay. Would it be so crazy as to make it smaller? Right? Is that something they could have accomplished?
I wouldn't even want it to be like, it was perfect the way it was. It was one of the few things. It was one of the few things they did every year that was just perfect. You get in line, you take pictures with it, you buy you buy gingerbread and cookies and stuff like that from inside the gingerbread house. It was awesome.
Absolutely. And it's so haphazardly placed as well. It looks like an addition. It does not look like it belongs as part of the overall look or scenery right there. Of this like very wooden structure amongst all of this obviously Victorian white, crown molding all around you. It's just
the Enchanted Rose. I think it's called the Enchanted Rose. I know it's a Beauty and the Beast theme bar. It is literally like right here on the second floor. It's a full lounge. But instead, in here, look, there's kids in this lobby, and you just want adults to be able to sit down and drink alcohol.
It's not even a good. Okay, if I was going to choose any venue to sit on Walt Disney World property and actually have a drink, this would be the last place in my view.
But you know what? Another thing, Vash, the Gingerbread House promotes resort hopping, and I think they're trying to stop resort hopping because they've made it so inconvenient now. You can't go to any of the resorts from Disney Springs anymore.
Right.
You have to to go to the Grand Floridian, you would have to probably take the bus from Disney Springs to the Magic Kingdom, which it's only a matter of time before taking the bus to the Magic Kingdom from Disney Springs is going to be requiring you to show a park ticket.
Or they just start charging for some of these services, right? Because I've had this conversation with Jared from Capture the Magic a couple times, in which he's like, "Look, listen, you're going to have to replace that fleet at some point. It's probably going to be well over $1 billion. Do you do that with maybe the expectation that there's a potential revenue stream? In fact, you have ticket fares attached to some of that." I can see that, Marvin. I think we're getting into that territory as we speak here, and perhaps this bar model may have been kind of this original way of thinking in which people do resort hop, and when they do, let's go ahead and offer them a drink. Maybe things have shifted wildly even since this was built.
Well, so now with resort hopping, because they're still going to want you to go to the resorts to visit the restaurants, right? They're still going to want you to go to 1900 Park Fair, go to Victoria and Albert's, especially Victoria and Albert's, Grand Floridian Cafe, places like that. But now they've made it so that you typically will have to then park at Magic Kingdom and take the monorail over, which means paying to park at Magic Kingdom.
But potentially, yes. That's a very astute observation right there. Now, maybe some of the security guards stationed at some of these resorts will let you in if you had a dining reservation right there. Maybe not. Not quite sure right there. But Marvin, we've also seen the influx of DVC towers, right, and DVC properties. But with those towers and with those properties, we haven't seen really a buildup of amenities with them. So, for example, like the Polynesian Tower, right, that was just recently added to, the Polynesian going back to 1971, right? When that opened right there, you added hundreds more in terms of capacity and rooms and guests there and all of that, but we didn't get another Captain Cook's, for example, right? I think we only got like one, maybe two bars right there, but a lot of the restaurant facilities and so forth, a lot of those people now have to look to the Poly in order to eat at their resort that they're actually staying at. Well, what does that do for the people already staying there? You see, it's a capacity issue. And maybe they just want to go ahead and eliminate a lot of that outside foot traffic in order to maintain those resorts for those paying guests. It's a possibility there, Mark.
It is 100% a possibility. I feel like I have to say my classic line again, Vash. It's kind of become my catchphrase here on That Park Place, is that people liked it, so it had to go.
It's a story that plays out over and over again, Marvin.
It really is. Like it seems like everything that people love, everything that is popular, everything that is a part of people's like traditions and memories, they are determined to wipe it from the map to save $5. There's no excuse for getting rid of the Gingerbread House. None.
Look, the Grand Californian has also done its Gingerbread House every single year. In fact, I was actually stayed at the Grand Californian for the first time ever. Actually, the first time I ever stayed on property at Disneyland, which is crazy. But that was there. They had carolers. They had the tree. Yes, it was crowded. Yes, it was packed. Yes, it was busy. But they still made room to do it. Grand Floridian in a resort with the blessing of size and all of that, with a lobby that is pretty large, to not do this. And I'm sure they're going to say spatial reasons is why, but to not have some kind of Gingerbread House on offer right here, like you said, Marvin, breaks tradition. And maybe it is part of this new corporate mindset that maybe the Walt Disney World is not going to be as accommodating as people once knew it.
Well, and yes, there will be gingerbread displays, they're saying, at other resorts, but Vash, those are nowhere near as impressive or as just, to use the phrase, magical as the Grand Floridian Resort Gingerbread House. They're not. They're usually just like, carved images or something like that. They're never like a full blown house like this. Like, if you weren't going to do it at the Grand Floridian anymore, find another place to do it.
Yeah.
Build a gingerbread log cabin at Fort Wilderness. Do something.
Well, they probably couldn't do that because they can't maintain the air conditioning. So that's a risky proposition.
Not Fort Wilderness. I'm sorry. Wilderness Lodge is what I mean.
Oh, Wilderness Lodge. Yeah, sorry. That's
In the lobby. I'm thinking about I always say Fort Wilderness when I mean Wilderness Lodge.
That's right.
By the way, Wilderness Lodge, phenomenal resort. I love the Wilderness Lodge.
Love it.
But yeah.
When the AC works, though. But no, you're exactly right. Right. If this was not going to be an option, like you said, Marvin, there are plenty of other resorts that you could have carried this tradition on. They're not even opting to do that. Oh, we'll just go ahead and have the regular festivities at all these different resorts. It's like, yeah, but you had this, and this was something magical. And so it's this ongoing degradation of this resort specifically, which is really, really sad.
You know what it is, Vash? I think I figured out exactly what it is.
And Dreamer's Point is the antithesis of the idea that Walt had this incredible optimism and hope for the future, that if we all work together and we all dream together, we could build the impossible and make it our reality.
Yep, it is the antithesis of that, 100%.
Absolutely.
I cannot believe, like, I saw this and I saw this while we were doing our previous segment. And that was when I said, like, there's another thing that we need to talk about because I am, oh my goodness. It is just like, I saw this and immediately this was me.
This is Travis Disney.
Just, I'm playing clips right now to hide how like ridiculously angry I am about this. But I mean, guys, so, at the end of the day, Christmas is coming once again to the Walt Disney World Resort, but it's going to be a little less holly, a little less jolly, and a little less gingerbready this season than and it probably will never reach those heights ever again.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.